Welcome to the Coco and Confidence podcast, where the most beautiful thing you can wear is confidence.
Hey.
This season, we are talking about my journey, my legacy. As everybody knows, there's a lot going on in the world that is emotionally, mentally, and financially jacked up right now.
Mhm.
And because of our surroundings and the people that we have around us, we are still striving and thriving. And this is what brings us to our journeys and legacies today.
Absolutely.
Just so y'all know, this podcast is powered by Project Diva International,
Hey.
a lifestyle stability coaching organization for girls like me in middle school and high school to further evaluate ideas in the world around them and just to be like, it's just to learn things for young girls and teens. Today, I want to introduce you guys to Miss Mrs. Shannon Boo Jackson of Heavy Hitters Barbershop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, hello.
Uh, Miss Shannon, would you like to tell the audience a little bit more about you?
Of course, of course. So, my name is Shannon. I go by Shan the Barber. To a lot of family members, they still call me Boo. That's just who I am. I have been a business owner for the last 8 years. I have been a master barber for the last eight, going on 9 years. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology. I currently own Heavy Hitters of Omaha, Nebraska, which is the first female black owned barbershop in the Benson area, not in Omaha or in Nebraska, but in that specific area, which is highly populated in Omaha. So I'm really proud of that. And I am a homeowner and I have been married for the last 4 years. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I'm all about my community. So whatever I can do to help, whatever part I can be to help people learn and grow and elevate, I'm here for it 100%.
Okay, so Miss Shannon, as you know, I am a teen. I'm 16 years old and I want to be in the hair industry as well. I would like to know where your mind was at as a teenager. Like, what was going through your mind? Where did you see your future? And how was your mindset? Like, was it all over the place? Or did you know what you were going to do?
So when I was in junior high, I think about maybe the eighth grade is when I started to pique an interest in psychology. That was my first choice, only because we used to have a family therapist that used to come to our house, talk to my brothers, my parents, and us, because my mom was a foster parent and she ended up doing adoption. So we had a regular therapist in the house. After she would come around and I'm talking to her, having conversations with her, I remember her telling me like, "This is my job. This is what I do to get paid." And that's what really sparked my interest in doing that. So all throughout junior high, all throughout high school, in my mind, I was stuck like, I'm going to be a therapist or a psychiatrist. I just want to go into this field. Just looks like the easiest thing that I can do and make a lot of money. So I wouldn't say that I was everywhere. I kind of had my mind set on something, but
Mm-hmm.
that is not at all what ended up happening. In high school, I was exposed to different things like sports medicine, which also piqued the interest in me. And still, I was still stuck on the psychology thing. Also, to put a note too, I've been cutting hair since I was like 7 or 8 years old. So all
Mm-hmm.
throughout junior high and high school, I was one of the OG barbers cutting hair in school, braiding people hair in school. So it's always been with me. It's always been something that I've done.
Mm-hmm. So, would you say if you did not turn out to like do be a barber or anything, would you see yourself being that psychologist that you thought you were gonna be?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, no, not in this world today, because psychologists and therapists have, I think, one of the toughest jobs that you can have. Not only do they have to be smart, they have to be emotionally intact, they have to be educated, they have to stay current, and they have to know everyone's everything, and they have to help people with their problems while they also have their own lives and their own problems. So I completely underestimated that profession, especially with seeing one myself. It's like, no, that's not the easiest job. I think that's definitely one of the hardest jobs, right next to being a doctor, any type of mental health practitioner. I feel like they're just a gift from God because that's not something that comes easy or something that you could do easy. If I was not doing hair right now, I feel like I would be into something physical. So I would more likely be into something to do with sports or training or some type of sports medicine or even like a personal trainer, something like that. And I dibble
Mhm.
and dabble with that as well before getting into barber school, but it never stuck.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on. So, how does it feel being a female barber when men can knock you as a woman barber?
Oh, it's crazy because even with all of my credentials and even being a shop owner, till this day I still get questioned. I still get tested. Some men come into my shop and they don't know I'm the owner immediately, so they'll look at me like, "Okay, do you cut hair? Who cuts hair in here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a barber." And I have other barbers over here, and they're like, "No offense, but I'd rather have a man cut my hair." Especially a lot of the people who are like 50 and up, just because of the old school, whatever. So I
Yeah.
don't take offense to it. It actually makes me go harder. It makes me work harder and it makes me pay attention to detail a lot closer because I have to be the best version of myself so that any client from any sex or race or anything feels comfortable sitting in my chair. So being in the position of being a female barber, it does feel slightly challenging, but for me personally, I love a good challenge. So it helps me stay motivated. I'm never bored and I always have time to grow and learn and be better. So it's a good thing for me, honestly,
Hmm.
for real.
Okay. What gave you that mindset of to just always keep going when you're knocked down and like to keep striving? Because like I did a little research on you and you're a very
Okay.
interesting person.
Okay.
Um, I like your motive heavy hitters and like what you feel like the professionalism and how you have to have a passion for what you do in
Yes.
order to do it. So, how do you feel?
I feel like that word you use honestly would be what I would say. Passion is what kind of has always driven me to, even with getting knocked down, to always get back up. Because it's like when you are in a field and you do something for money and you do it strictly for money, it'll always get old. It'll always lead to unhappiness. It'll always lead to depression and anxiety and worry because you're constantly striving to worry about the next dollar or where it's coming from. When you do something with passion, it's almost on you. It's like God is on your back, like constantly telling you this is for you, this is meant for you. And nothing or no one can get in between that. Even if you try to do something else, you just can't because you're not fulfilled with anything else. So it's almost like you feel that constant pressure to do something because it's just who you are, it's what you are, and it's a part of your purpose. So in barbering, it's so much more than money, it's so much more than, don't get me wrong, there's a system to be successful. But for me personally, when it's coming with my passion, I feel my purpose is being fulfilled through my people. I'm able to help people, change people's lives. People come to me before funerals, people come to me before weddings, people come to me before they go to court, people come to me before they're a parent, people come to me for their kids' first haircut. I mean, it's just, or first lock style or two straight or whatever. It's more of a like a, I feel like it's a mecca for the community in barbershops and salons. Like it's somewhere we all can meet. Everyone's there for the same reason, same purpose, and it's a safe space. So it involves a lot of different branches that makes it something that's fulfilling to me, but it's so far beyond the money. So far beyond it.
So, would you say that the people is what helps further establish like further establish your business?
I know what you're saying. Yes, yes, absolutely. Without the community as a business owner who does a service for people, without the
Hmm.
people, we are nothing. So
Yeah.
we enjoy the people that we work with or for, I'll say, or work on. That's the better word. The people that we work on, we enjoy them. We have a relationship with them. We have a bond with them. It's almost like a unspoken contract of respect that you have with people when you're doing their hair or they're doing yours.
Hmm.
The relationship you build to is like it becomes personal. Although it is business, it becomes personal because this is somebody who's touching you, touching your hair, determining how you look, determining how you feel for the day. So it's a lot of moving parts. But without the people, we wouldn't be successful at all. That's why we try to be involved in the community as much as we can. And anytime somebody comes in there and actually needs help, every single person in my shop right now, there's some way or another that they can help you as a person. If you come in, we have like boards up, we have different businesses that come in and leave business cards. We have people from mental health all the way to physical health, personal trainers. Like we have a board where if there's some type of service you're looking for, even restaurants, you can come in and you can look at the board and you can find like local restaurants, whether it's Black owned, woman owned, or just Nebraska local. So we try to be a link also. So not only just come to us and get our service, but we try to link you to other services you might need. I mean, we have painters, artists, I mean, people who write, read, people who do poetry. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. What I'm getting from what you are saying is that pretty much your journey and everything that you have been through from the moment you started at the young age of 7 and 8 to now has built your legacy based on what you've been through. So,
Hmm.
to bring us back what we're doing this season is about our journeys leading us to leaving amazing legacies. How do you feel about the potential, about this potentially being your legacy?
I absolutely love that idea. I hope and pray that this is something that I can definitely maintain and create into a legacy. I actually have a couple of one of my nephews and a couple of my younger cousins
Mm-hmm.
are going into the field of barbering right now. So they've come to me with a lot of questions on direction. One of them
Mm-hmm.
started barber school already. So educating those who are behind me or younger
Mm-hmm.
than me how to get into the field. Either they can do it under me or with me or not, but just being a part of how they learn and how they become is how I see myself creating a legacy. But also, this is still just the beginning of everything. As much as I've been through and as much as I've gone through as a business owner, this is still the beginning. I still see this growing tenfold, expanding, and becoming a lot bigger than it is for sure.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, has your journey to your legacy been hard?
Oh, absolutely. What? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the hardest part for me has always been just being consistent with anything, but you know how you do anything is how you do everything. Bless you. So, when
Thank you.
you decide that you want to be consistent and hardworking in a field, your consistency is not just doing what you said you're going to do. Your consistency involves systems around that. So systems around me being a barber and a business owner
Mm-hmm.
and then a master barber who can also teach. I can't give out license, but I can teach and educate people confidently. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the system of who I am as a person has to be consistent with that. So taking care of myself, taking care of my mental health, taking care of my physical health, taking care of my relationships around me, whether it's with my family, with my friends, with my wife, with people like you who I meet, like maintaining relationships with people and being consistent so that it supports and helps the business and legacy grow is something that's been a challenge for me, especially with different people, different walks of life, working with different people who may have had to cut off or may have had to redirect or check or fire or it just there's so many things being consistent with how I am treating my relationships and making sure that I'm actually being a beneficial to all my relationships, being something positive. And I'm not perfect, don't get me wrong. I've definitely had
Mm-hmm.
my own mistakes and made my own decisions, but growing from them and consistently working on being a better person will always make your business better. So that's been
Okay,
a
y'all.
challenge.
So y'all hear her. Maintain, 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 maintain.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what final words do you have for teens to create their own legacy?
Mm, teens. Because y'all are just so, young, my biggest thing is just get out there and explore. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Get out there and explore. I'm not going to tell you that one thing is something you should stick to and sit on, fester on, but explore who you are as a person and things that you like. Stop caring what everybody around you think. Stop caring what everybody around you wants you to do and really explore getting to know yourself because you'll be amazed at what you end up doing. It could be hair, it could not be hair.
Mm-hmm.
You could own a bank. You could own one of the biggest female black owned banks in America. You never know where your path leads. So just two biggest things. Explore and figure out who you are and what you like. That is the most important thing ever. And stop caring about what people think. Because they're gonna have their opinions. They're gonna try to direct you. They're gonna try to tell you go left, go right, do this, do that. And it's okay to take wisdom from older people and learn, but the most important thing is to make sure that you are at peace with your own decisions. So explore who you are and love that person.
Yeah. You guys, a key thing that she said, take wisdom from older people. They
Hmm.
give you the best information. They lead you to the highest peaks. I remember
Hmm.
when I was younger, I didn't want to listen to any type of adult, and I saw things not progressing the way I wanted them. But now I'm listening, and now I'm here today leading a podcast for Coco and Confidence.
Come on.
And yeah, so thank you, Mrs. Shannon, for joining me on my show today. We appreciate you for telling our crew about your journey. And it was just an honor to have you and an honor to hear about your story because I want to be in the hair business as well. So it was great hearing a lot of things from you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And let me know if you ever need me for anything. I got you. You can definitely pop up on us and come check out the shop and stuff and hang out or ask some questions. You'll be amazed what you learn for sure.
And she is located in Benson, Omaha.
Benson. Yes, I'm 6570 Maple Street. That's in the Benson District, Omaha. It's a little bit on the outskirts, but it's right up in that strip.
Okay. See you later, Mr.
All
Shannon.
right. See you later. Have a good day.
You too.
All right.
Okay, guys. So I done got 1,000 jewels dropped from that today. You guys drop y'all jewels in the chat because my jewels is just woo flowing, you guys. I am just blown away. The jewels that I have got from Mrs. Shannon today is that you have to maintain everything that you go through. Maintain what you're doing with people around you, maintain how you go about everything, pursue your passions, and just make sure that you are doing what makes you happy and makes you want to do things. Another thing that I have got from her is just to get out and explore while you're young and just learn what you need to learn when you need to learn it. So once again, you guys drop y'all jewels in the chat. Also drop in the chat if you're thinking about starting a business and what business do you want to start? What do you want to do when you are an adult? Like what do you want to pursue and what do you want to make happen with that? Confidence crew, you could have been anywhere in the world today, but you chose to be here with us. We will see you next time on Coco and Confidence, where the most beautiful thing you can wear is confidence.